Hello, and welcome to today's creator contract, Learn to Fly, Colorado, set in Colorado and supplied to us today by yours truly. So moving on to our briefing, Man versus Gravity. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 4 of them, along with 2 objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the Militar Soldier, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol.
A weapon shows you who you really are.
So right from the start and off the bat, we need to get ourselves a change of outfit. So we're going to head straight off to the water tower, and we're going to get ourselves one of the point man outfits, which are the guys who look like they're dressed up like Darth Vader. So either one will do, although Burgess will be the better option. He is the gentleman with the limp. He's also allowed to carry a sniping rifle, just in case you didn't know and would like to know. So it looks like we have actually not got Burgess this time round. Not that it really matters, but once the gentleman comes in to investigate the overflowing sink, we can close the door behind him, let him turn off the water before we pounce on him, render him unconscious, and take his outfit. So we're then going to hop out the window and make our way up onto the roof, where 2 of our targets are currently located, and we're going to wait just at the far end of the roof here for an opportunity with which to deal with one of our 2 targets, and one of them will come along in a few moments and stand by the skylight. The other will move off towards the stairs, and at that point we can drop our friend here in through the skylight. He will be spotted immediately, and we are going to vacate the area, and we'll come back for his colleague on our way out. So moving on to our other 2 targets, both of which are located in the big red barn, and both of which are located on the upper level. Now they're going to engage in a rather lengthy conversation, and then we will be able to deal with them accordingly. So we're going to make our way into the big red barn, up into the hayloft, and we're going to grab ourselves the robotic arm from the lower bunk here and position ourselves just over by the haystacks. Now our 2 targets, once they finish their conversations, one will sit down in the chair just behind us. The other, once he's finished with Tinder, will make his way over to the window. I believe it's a window anyway, or barn doors, upper level. We're then going to throw the robotic arm at our target near the window and very quickly pounce on his colleague. So with both of our targets now unconscious, we are able to deal with them. So we're just going to wait for the 2 patrolling guards you can see to make their way past us before we drop our friend here over the balcony, if we can do so. Keep picking things up off the floor instead. So target number 2 has been deposited out the window, and while everybody is reacting to that, except Maya Pavati for some reason, who is carrying on as normal, we can then drop our 2nd or 3rd, in this case, target over the edge into the barn itself. There we go. We just wait for Maya to move away. We don't want to get her caught up in all of this. So 3 targets dealt with. All that's left for us to do is to return to the water tower and deal with our 4th and final target, excuse me, Mr. Rose. There we go. So we're going to head back over to the water tower, where everybody would have finished panic mode and everything will be back to normal. Not that there'll be much of a panic mode, but dropping 2 bodies into the water tower building in quick succession could be problematic. So we're going to make our way once again back up to the roof, and when our final target has finished his cigarette at the edge there by the stairs, he will make his way past us, at which point we will pounce on him, render him unconscious. We don't want to get him while he's near the edge, as he's in view of too many people. Once he's unconscious, we can then deposit him through the skylight for our final elimination of the day. So with that dealt with, all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the boat exit just outside of the compound by the water cooler or the water tower. So there we go, one more creator contract taken care of, and once we get out of this swamp area we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We met our objectives and we got a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.